Hi there, these are your handover videos for your Swift Alpine 2. So starting up at the front, you've got your hitch head with lever just here, which you need to have up for it to be able to get onto your tow bowl. Handbrake just here, 13 pin electrics, and then your jockey wheel just there as well. 2 points either side and 2 points at the back. You have inserts for your legs. You can get yourself a 19mm drill bit if you'd like things to be a bit faster. Your legs are used to stabilize the caravan. Do not attempt to jack up or level the caravan using your legs. First level using your jockey wheel and stabilize using your legs. Now, just here, this is your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler when you are operating on gas. Then just in the front here, we're using our test equipment today. We've got a gas bottle just here with a gas hose connected either side onto that regulator just inside there. Once both sides are firmly connected, you can hand tighten that one to an extent, then you'll need to finish off using a spanner. Twist the gas bottle in the positive direction and that will feed gas through into the caravan. Just here, this is where you'll plug in for your water. Now we're not running any water through the caravan today as it's just been drained off, but just here is when where you'll insert. I'll show you what the pump looks like inside the caravan. Then just here you've got your battery locker, which has 100 amp battery fitted just here. Insert point for your motor mover just behind a mains lead. Motor mover will show you how to operate on collection day. You've got two inserts here, which is where your wastewater will come out of. You'll need some 28.5mm waste pipe to feed into a waste master that you can then empty out at the allocated place on site. Then just here, these 2 points are for your toilet function. This top one is where you'll feed in your water for your flush capacity. It can hold around 10 litres of water, and you can also add a little bit of pink chemical if you'd like it to smell a bit nicer, which acts as a bleach without being corrosive. Down below, you've got your cassette toilet. As you can see now, when travelling, you want this orange handle behind those white teeth. Now to remove it, you press up on the orange handle and remove it just like so. You can also extend this out to make it into almost like a suitcase. Twist that head to the side. Now when you are at your emptying point on site, what you'll need to do is tilt and at the same time continually pressing this button here to vent it out. Both of them done at the same time. You can open up this catch here, and then what I'd recommend, putting in some nice fresh water, swilling it out, and again tilt and vent. Then on here you have measurements in both imperial and metric. That's for your blue chemical, which slots onto that head just there. Twist it back to the central position and push the cassette toilet so that orange handle sits behind those teeth. Now you don't want to travel with either of these two full, so to fully empty that top capacity, you have this little bung here which you open up and will drain out any remaining water. Now this is your water pump. As you can see here, this is where you insert to the aforementioned point outside. Works on a trigger system, so it can't be removed without pressing in the trigger. You have this plastic cap here which can go over the top of your acroll to make sure no nastiness gets inside. You also have this at the bottom, which is your strainer. Now your strainer, it's very important that it does sit at the bottom of the water barrel so that it sucks through the water and it isn't gasping through air. Now, as you can see, they do have a little bit of a tendency to curl up. So what you'll have to do before you stick it in is straighten it out. Make sure it's nice and straight so that strainer can sit at the bottom of the water barrel. Then underneath your right hand side seat, you have all of this. Now it may seem a little daunting, but it's fairly easy. This black box just here, that is your boiler. You have this box here, which is your brain box for your motor mover. You have this silver box on the side, which is your battery charger. Then you have both your trips and fuses. You can see here as well, heating and hot water and charger buttons, both illuminated, showing that they are operating correctly. And then you have a system shutdown button. You press that, nothing inside the caravan will be able to operate. If you need additional information on trips and fuses, you have a board just here if you pull this out. And then the other main thing that I want to note inside here is these blue leads leading to this yellow switch valve. Now, it's currently in the vertical position, and that means any water inside the system is being drained out. If you have it in the horizontal position, it can be horizontal either side, doesn't matter, then you can feed your water through. When it's in this vertical position, any water inside the system gets drained. I'd recommend having this almost permanently between November and March so that there's no water in the system, so the pipes don't freeze and burst. And pretty much any time you finish camping, wherever it may be, just whack it up and drain out any water in the system. Makes for a nicer ride as well. But when you want water to come through, double check this, make sure it's in the correct position. Then above the door you have this, which is your main control panel. You have your on button here. Anything that you see illuminated is what's currently active. So you can see this mains capacity coming into the caravan. If you were hooked up to the car with a car battery, you would see that being illuminated. Now you can also view the levels of either the leisure battery or the vehicle battery by either pressing in on them or pressing in on the level button just here, which you can see 14 volts currently coming into the caravan. Now, if it were a case that there was no mains plugged in, this would give an accurate representation of what mains, what current the leisure battery is bringing in. Voltage, I mean, sorry. You have your lights button just here. Press that on and off. Operates the lights, and then you just use the correct light switches. And you've got this, which is your awning light. Turn that on. You can see outside. Awning light is operating. Turn that off for now. Then you have your pump button. Now, press that in with your rack roll full of clean drinking water outside and your pump plugged in, and that will begin to pump water through. If you haven't used the caravan in a little while, I'd wait 2 to 3 minutes just to allow it to circulate through the system. Then come over to your taps, open up the taps, put it on hot and cold, and what you want to see is a nice steady continuous stream. And that is how to operate this board. Next, you've got this, which is your Truma heating board. It will automatically go to this green screen when it's not being operated. You've got this dial here, which works as both a button when you press it in, and you can spin it side to side, and you've got this back button. Anything under this line is what you can control. So, starting off first, you've got the caravan with the thermometer in it. This is for the internal temperature of the caravan that you would like. Using the dial, you select what temperature you want, so let's say 28. Press in on the dial, and if I press in again, you can see it's 28. If I want to get off, I use the back button. Next up, you've got the thermometer in the water. Thermometer in water is for your hot water. You either have it off, eco, hot, or boost. Eco will get the water to about 40 degrees. Hot will get it to about 60 degrees. A boost will boost the temperature to 60 degrees for 15 minutes and then drop it back down to 40 degrees, which is ideal if you're wanting to use a shower. Press it in again. You then have your energy source. Now, this is for the source of the heating and hot water. You can either have a strictly gas if you're off-road, a mixture of gas and mains, or strictly mains. So press that in again because it does time out. So, gas, mix 1, which is mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, strictly electric with 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt. And you see here, you've got lightning bolts just there. Then you've got your fan speed. So fan speed, you can either have it eco or high. High will boost the speed and just heat up the caravan quicker, essentially. Then you've got timers. So you can set when you'd like the heating and hot water to come on, especially if you're not at the caravan for a period of time and don't want to be wasting your gas or something like that. You can select when it wants to start and when you'd like it to finish. Then you've got your clock, which allows you to set the time. So the current time is that, and that allows you to set it. And then you've got some additional settings, such as language, brightness, and a few other bits. If you'd like to read up on them, you have a manual for them inside your book pack. Turn this board off, you press and hold on here, and it turns itself off. Next, you've got your fridge operation. So let's go from turning it off first. Press and hold, there we go. So blankly, it looks like that. You've got locks on the top and bottom, just here. And you can see right now it's currently off, so there are no lights. Press and hold in on this button here. It will flash up, lights come on, and it will go to its most recent memory, which was mains on full capacity. You then have two buttons on this side, mode and temperature. So press mode. You've got the choice of either car battery, gas, mains, or auto. Auto will make the fridge switch to what it thinks is the best power source to use. Press it again, it's going to go to car battery. However, there's no car battery hooked on, so it begins to flash up and beep at you. So press it again just to get off that, and it goes to gas. Now, gas is a little bit different from the other two. It's a case you'll begin to hear the gas tick in slowly. I've already checked it, so it's not going to tick in. I've just had it on gas. And it will tick in slowly, and once you hear the tick stop, that means that the fridge is lit on gas. Then you have this, which is your temperature. So 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. 5 will chill the fridge the quickest. 1 will chill it the slowest. It's the amount of power coming into the fridge. Now, it does take around 4 hours for the fridge to fully chill, so you can chill whilst you are driving using the car battery. Then to turn this off, you press and hold in on this button here, turns itself off. Then you've got your gas cooker here. Now, this is similar to any type of gas cooker you'd have at home. It's a case you've got this button here, which you press in, and that's the clicks for the gas. Then you press in on the dial, twist it to the side, and that begins to feed the gas through. So this is what it looks like when it's all lit. And you can see here, nice blue, clean, continuous flames. Then to switch it off, just stick it to the upright position. And again for the grill, and here you can see for the grill, both sides nice and lit. Then again, finally for the oven, and you can see here the oven nice and lit as well. Only other real thing to note, don't put down this glass sheet until all of these burners are cold to the touch, and you don't want to travel with this upright because it will just slam down and smash. Then we have the toilet operation, which you might say is bog simple. You've got a flush button at the top here, which I press in, and you can hear that motor. That motor is what would push through any water inside the flush capacity. Then it's a case underneath, you've got this catch here, push it away from you, opens up the cassette toilet, push it back, shuts it up. Very, very simple.